Come on. Damn it. Hey, get behind me. Move. Hey, you need to...
I think I can help. Bypassing first and second.
Pragmata is a 2026 action-adventure game developed by Capcom. Think Ratchet and Clank, except instead of playing as an astronaut with a small robot, you play as an astronaut with a small robot. Fun fact, Ratchet and Clank 2 may be Lemurian's favorite game of all time. And no, he doesn't normally refer to himself in the third person. He just figured that after 10 years, he'd finally provide the proper pronunciation of his pseudonym. Yep, that first N is as silent as we wish Whoopi would be. Pragmata's plot is pleasantly plain. We follow Hugh Williams and 4 other Genji Shimada cosplayers who are launched to a lunar base called the Cradle to learn why Earth can't hear from them. Human communication cut? I can think of a few people we should ship to the moon. At least then we could finally enjoy the view. Hugh's mission goes south faster than Sony's superhero flicks flop. Luckily for him, he's happened upon by Diana, the Pragmata, who Jedi nerfs rogue robots. Long story short, Big Daddy and Little Sister seek the source of the Cradle's fall while plotting a path to Earth. Hugh's as simple as you'd expect a guy named Hugh to be, but he's given just enough depth to make him admirable, unlike another Capcom lead. For the record, referring to Ethan Winters as a Capcom lead feels like an insult to Capcom leads. There are gas station glue traps with more personality than that man.
He ain't lying.
Diana is nothing short of transcendently adorable. I can see how this game makes inbox Funko collectors want to become fathers. How dare you, Pragmata, make me feel feelings? Viewing the duo's dynamic is a major draw. It's kind of like watching that episode of Red Table Talk, except in this scenario, the female isn't Satan.
Don't worry. I'll talk to him.
Rather than relying on lengthy cinematics, Capcom lets Hugh and Diana's bond blossom naturally. With Diana in sport mode, the pair share heartfelt, humorous, and illuminating exchanges, like revealing that she doesn't wear shoes because the floor powers her. Maybe Joe's a Pragmata. That would explain a lot. Now, what didn't require extensive explanation was one character's arc. The instant she appeared, LARPing as the three-eyed raven, I was hipper than Chun-Li. It's like seeing a woman with blue hair and anime tattoos. You know all you need to know.
You patched me up.
Pragmata is gorgeous. Easiest graphical breakdown of my life. Pragmata features 2 difficulty settings, casual and standard. Each, upon selection, is attended by an explanation of how they differ. Standard is, well, the standard, and designed for players more familiar with action games, a category for which I was astronomically overqualified. You all believe I'm good at games, right? Don't answer that.
You basic.
Pragmata isn't particularly difficult. You just gotta lock in. I beat every boss in 1 or 2 attempts, though the final boss presented a pretty significant difficulty spike that took me about 5 tries. As with Resident Evil Requiem, Pragmata initially presented Xbox icons, despite my DualSense being connected. Maybe this is a Capcom problem, maybe this is a Steam problem, or maybe it's a Lemurian problem. Remember, the first N is as silent as we wish Hassan would be. A quick trip to the controls menu corrected the matter. A feature I greatly appreciated was the requirement to hold circle to use a healing item. A simple thing, yes, but this deliberate design decision prevents accidental activations, which I experienced repeatedly in a recent Capcom game that shall remain unnamed. Speaking of Resident Evil Requiem, Pragmata is proof that Capcom can, in fact, deliver a dash that isn't rectal drippings. When Diana's overdrive is ready, she glows yellow. This clear and convenient visual cue eliminates the need to hunt for some teeny sheltered status icon tucked away in a UI jungle. This design philosophy extends to weapons, which are color-coded by type, allowing players to quickly distinguish from a distance whether a particular pickup is worth pursuing. It's like seeing a woman with blue hair and anime tattoos. Now, a couple cons. 1. Occasionally encountering the occasional invisible wall, occasionally disrupted immersion. Occasionally.
Why are you the way that you are?
2. Each death sends you back to the shelter, forcing you to have to trek back to the place you perished. I encountered no technical issues. Easiest performance breakdown of my life.
That's all I have to say about that.
Pragmata's soundtrack is sexy. Easiest musical breakdown of my life.
That's all I have to say about that.
Look, I'm trying not to bloat this like Donald Trump does every speech. There is substantial replayability, as players will want to revisit environments to secure collectibles or confront familiar foes with newly acquired weapons. Also, acquiring a specific item opens previously inaccessible areas. Also, the combat and core gameplay loop are crazy awesome, compelling you to consume as much of it as possible. You'll be like Asmongold to 3-month-old room temperature Pepsi.
What does that have to do with anything?
No. He's got a point.
Pragmata's plot is simpler than a Walmart greeter, providing players with a narrative framework while permitting them to prioritize the game's stellar mechanics. Stellar? See what I did there? Because stellar has to do with stars and it's a space game. Okay.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
The personalities of Brianna and Hudor complement each other perfectly, creating a dynamic that's both entertaining and endearing. Rather than relying on a parade of prolonged cutscenes, Pragmata lets the duo's persistent dialogue propel the plot while strengthening the player's appreciation for their relationship. Side note, Hugh very much resembles Sawyer from Lost, but ask Hollywood and he's Pedro Pascal.
He ain't lying.
Pragmata is perfectly proportioned, feeling neither too large nor too small. Its pronounced verticality ensures that despite its moderately sized levels, each environment is richly packed with places to explore. A few of these places feature the occasional invisible wall, but such instances were too infrequent to matter. What does matter is being sent to the shelter just to hike back to the spot I got. In conclusion, puzzles and pistols are a combo I never knew I needed, like peanut butter and bananas or The View and Dementia. Perhaps you're in the business of feeling feelings. If so, check out my review of the somber Eric's Home: The Stolen Dream. Or perhaps you now consider Capcom gaming's messiah, which is totally not me projecting. If this is the case, check out my review of Resident Evil: Requiem.